everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am excited to say that we are at SeaWorld's Halloween right now. It's lots of heavy metal music and industrial, so I'm happy. Adam's here, Katie's here, she's got her headphones in, so it's not as loud for her. We're gonna go find John, and we're gonna go through these haunted houses. I don't think I can film them, but I'll show you what I can show. All right, let's get spooky dooky. There's like a lot of chainsaws.
Watch out for the werewolves.
The werewolves?
The werewolves.
Ooh, Katie, did you hear that? There's werewolves.
Puppy.
We like werewolves here. Sometimes we like werewolves on a dance floor. Shout out to Maddie Myers. Check her out on Spotify. There was a period of time where Katie and I built a haunted house when I was a teenager, and she kept being a werewolf and she would pop out of a box. It's pretty funny.
Oh, I see this one coming right over here. Oh, it looks like
It's a werewolf.
So keep it out.
Are you talking about Adam?
Howdy.
Wow. That guy just came up to me and said, I bet you smell like a wet dog. I'm like, well, I do have a wet dog at home, so I mean, like, it's not that far-fetched. We found John, and I just have to share this. John is wearing like a dolphin t-shirt from the 90s, and I'm so in love with it right now. I like really kind of do love it. Katie would wear something like this.
It's the Seaquarium.
Meanwhile, I'm just wearing Shredder because it's like a villain, and it's black. Okay, so this is the map for Howl-O-Scream. We started down here, and we made our way all the way up to here, which is the Dead Vines, which we're gonna check out. This map is not particularly helpful. Like, it shows us numbers, but like, if you wanted to know what number 4 is, like, I have to really, I can't even see it. Dead something next to, like, taking an icon and like shrinking down the title is not a good way to write that. I think after this night, Katie's gotten her spooks in for the season.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, and she'll be up for Vicky's Not So Scary Halloween tomorrow.
I was done when I was chased into the bathroom with a woman with knives and a shovel. I'm done.
We are starting with Roots of Evil, which is ironic because we saw something similar at Lake Compounds that Robbie's in. So I'm expecting like some poison ivy nonsense again. Okay, so Vines was exactly what I expected it to be. It was like evil poison ivy thing. And at the very end, there was like a witch, but you couldn't see her because she was up above, and you would have to turn around after you left the haunted house to see her. And I think she was like banging on stuff to get her attention. I'm really loving that the Pirates' Revenge here is right next to Sesame Street Land. I know they won't do this because like all sorts of licensing would say no. Like, what if you could walk through Sesame Street, but it was like haunted Sesame Street, and like Sesame Street characters would be all like gory and like evil, right? That would be awesome. Like evil Muppets.
Oscar's takeover.
Yeah.
Oscar, the Count.
Right. We want a Muppets themed haunted house run by Uncle Deadly.
Yes.
That's what we want. Okay, we are in front of this pirate ship. It's playing some crazy pirate music, like on an accordion. It just sounds wacky doodle. It'll be fun. It'll be like a spooky Johnny Depp. So it is exactly what I expected it to be. It was pirates. It was spooky pirates. There was parts that was kind of confusing, but there was this one character that was doing something crazy with their voice, and I don't think it was their real voice. I think there was like a voice modulator. But if it's not, I mean, that's really incredible because that was pretty cool.
The captain too. There was a gentleman that did it also.
Yeah, well, the captain was kind of cute too. I don't know if you saw that.
I was trying not to.
We just passed their giant flume ride. We did it before. It was the one that was crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and we got soaked on it. And so we went over the bridge twice, and it's really wet. And it came down. I'm like, it's coming, guys. So I ran off, and then they got splashed. And they're like, oh my god!
I jumped up, so I didn't get completely soaked, but I got splashed a little.
Right. Okay. And what does Katie say?
If you guys haven't realized that you're walking on wet water that comes from a flume ride yet, I can't help you.
We're standing in like the cafeteria, and Katie tells me to look up because we just have some acrobatics going on up here.
I will try it.
Oh yeah. It's pretty amazing. You say, where's the alligator? We're taking a break from haunts to watch a haunted show. And I sat us like right here so it could be underneath the tech booth because theater guy here. And I have spent this whole weekend thinking about how it's time for me to get back into shows. I mean, I have the vlog obviously and the podcast, but it's different when you do it on stage or when you're performing live. This set already looks pretty epic. Look at it. It's probably gonna be very loud.
I've been at it with my homies, it don't matter, you don't know me. I've been rolling with my team, we're the illest dogs.
only been here for like 5 days, and that show we just saw, of all the shows we saw, was like phenomenal. Like,
I'll say the second best thing we've seen, because we did see festival earlier
okay, that's
today.
right, I forgot. We saw 2 good shows in one day, but like the tech was perfect. Like the dancing was really good. Like the singing was really good. It was really sexy. Like, I mean, we had a good time. That was. If you're coming down to SeaWorld, you got to see this show because it's really good. We're in line for Blood Reckoning now. Will you answer the call? So it's not clear to me what that house was supposed to be, but according to the lore that they wrote out, it's supposed to be a siren, I think. But it starts off like in a bookstore and then turns into like a meat locker, and then you're like in a subway. It didn't make any sense, but it was really cool. I enjoyed it. I think it was like more like a succubi. That's the way I interpreted it at the end, because it was just a bunch of sexy girls at the end that were like had fangs and like had ripped people apart. That's my thought anyway. We're doing a little bit of split up because Katie's getting a little scaredy pantsy, so she's watching like some sort of, I don't know, show. I'm sure she's gonna get some footage for me to splice into the vlog. We're gonna do the last 2 haunted houses, and then we're gonna call it a night. Even though it's open until like midnight tonight, we just were up at Horror Nights until like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. yesterday. And tomorrow, Katie and I are getting up really early to do Ohana at the Polynesian Resort for my birthday, and then we're going to do Magic Kingdom, and then Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween. So that is going to be like a 16-hour day. So I was like, I gotta sleep tonight.
Monsters, I want the most famous monster hunters because I believe everything. Every tale of things that go bump in the night, every random nightmare, that random conspiracy theory your aunt shares on Facebook that makes you go, wow, I should like really mute this account. This is sort of like a little unhinged. I'll look into it. Which is more than she does, for the record.
So leaving the Arctic, I wasn't sure what was happening, but John explained to me that it was like a base that, I don't know what happened, something about a base. Arctic base that just went awry. I would say the scariest part about it is that it was very cold. Yeah, for me, being trapped in a cold place is pretty scary. Wow, I wonder if this place is busy on the weekends, because right now it's just like lawn empty queue lines. So we're doing the final house right now, which is Siren of the Seas. I think I was getting that confused with a different one earlier. I don't know. I'm tired, man. So we are gonna go do that. The face of the facade of this haunt is pretty gorgeous, though. It really does look like a ship. Hey everybody, looks like I didn't do a closer on this video again. I don't know what our deal was. I think really we were just so tired that we kept on forgetting, which is very unlike me. And I actually recorded one just now, and I plugged in my phone to pull the footage off, and it was gone. So I don't know what's going on here, but I really would like just to have one solid closer. Anyway, please hit that subscribe button, that like button, and that bell, because the next 3 videos coming out are like really, really, really good. Okay, we have Magic Kingdom on my birthday, complete with Breakfast with Stitch. And then we have Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween, which is trick-or-treating across the Magic Kingdom. It was hands down the coolest experience I've ever had in a theme park. And I got to dance with Max as Powerline, and I was dressed up as Bobby from a Goofy movie. So they dragged me into the dance circle. Like, it's really cool, and I cannot wait to share that. And because everyone's asking, the Six Flags video, the final one of the season, is coming out right after that. It unfortunately is not the last day of the season, which is what I wanted to do, but it was very cold outside and kind of rainy, and I just was not feeling that, especially after being in Florida. So that will be the final vlog of the season, is the final scare weekend. And, you know, something I need from all of you, which you can do by heading me up on Instagram or Twitter or Twitch, or even leaving it in the comments anywhere here on the channel, is suggestions of things you want to see in New England over the winter, because it's hard for me to come up with ideas. And I will travel a bit, so I'll get out of the area, but, you know, tell me things you want to see, like events, museums, restaurants, entertainment parks that are indoors, or arcades, like anything. Like, and I mean, like, literally send me locations and like the event details so I can go and check it out, because it's hard to get that stuff on my radar, and anything that is suggested to me, I will definitely scope out and see if it's something feasible to do. So I appreciate that in advance. And another way you can help me out is by tipping me on my Patreon, where I post all sorts of bonus vlogs and other content. So if you are interested in helping me, that is a great way to do that. Any of those resources, honestly. All right, I cannot wait to share these adventures with you. So remember, every day is an adventure, and live your best life.